Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm Josh Strife Hayes, and this is a collection of facts and interesting trivia about the greatest MMORPG in the world, RuneScape. RuneScape, both RuneScape 3 and Old School, are huge games and have been around for a long time. They're full of hidden jokes, references, or coding mistakes. So here's 25 of the more interesting RuneScape facts and historical events that you might not know. 1. The Nightmare Zone, that combat minigame you can walk away from while playing, is ran by a man called DOMINIC Onion, often shortened to Dom Onion. His name is a play on the word Dominion, as in RuneScape 3, a very similar minigame is called the Dominion Tower. 2. While inside the Nightmare Zone, if you open the world map, the game will tell you you're inside the King Black Dragon's lair, and if you click on the RUNELITE map connection, it'll link you to the Wilderness Lava Maze. 3. Aggressive random events. Random events, those NPCs that pop up to ask you for a favour or give you experience, weren't always this nice. In the past, if you ignored them for too long, they'd attack you, and many players died because they weren't paying attention. They're mostly removed now, but there's still a place you can find some. Travel through the Fairy Ring system to the Enchanted Valley, code BKQ. When there, try and chop a tree down and you'll be attacked by a tree spirit. If you try and fish, you'll be attacked by a river troll, and mining anything will spawn a rock golem. Just like the old random events, the combat level of these creatures is based on your own. 4. Before RuneScape was called RuneScape, it was called Devious Mud. MUD standing for Multi-User Dungeon. You can still find some drawings or screenshots of this early version online now. 5. In the quest The Restless Ghost, the ghost tells you to go to a tower full of warlocks. The word warlock is odd, as he's talking about the wizard's tower. However, in the very first version of the world map, the tower was actually called the Warlock's Tower. 6. In this early version of the game, the most overpowered weapon was the simple knife. Not a dagger, just a basic crafting knife. There was a glitch where you could equip one and it gave a small damage boost. However, you could equip multiple and stack the boosts up, meaning you could one-hit anything. This was very quickly patched. 7. The Human Against Monsters, or H.A.M cult, all wear purple robes and the cult's logo. But did you know the logo isn't just a mess of shapes, it actually says H.A.M. Also, the trapdoor used to gain access to the secret lair has a picture of a ham on it. Number 8. The very first item to be remodeled for RuneScape Old School from RuneScape Live was the Slayer helmet. The helmet pushes the limit for how many polygons Old School can have per item, which is also why they're hesitant to add more variations. They're already pushing the game engine with what they have. Number 9. The House of ARCEUUS in Great Korend is focused on magic and learning. But did you know if you look at the ARCEUUS symbol, you'll find all 4 elemental runes hidden inside. The base is a water rune, the fire rune to the bottom edge, the white lines of the air rune at the top, and the curved lines of an earth rune run down both sides. 10. Much of the humour in RuneScape comes from classic British comedy. And in classic comedy Monty Python and the Holy Grail, the king is tasked with cutting down the mightiest tree in the forest with a herring. If you use a herring on a tree, you will get the message in the text box telling you that this is not the mightiest tree. 11. The name JAGEX used to mean Java Gaming Experts, as RuneScape was coded in Java. However, when they switched to more modern, powerful game engines, they rebranded as just about the gaming experience. 12. Along with Magic the Gathering, Hearthstone, Runeterra, The Elder Scrolls Legend, and Artifact, RuneScape also threw its hat into the card game ring back in 2015. CHRONICLE, RuneScape Legends, released to actually quite good reviews, but was shut down in 2018 due to technical issues. 13. If physical card games are more your thing, JAGEX has actually released 2 RuneScape card sets. The first, in 2009, were 10 dueling cards featuring powerful bosses. You had to download these cards for free from the RuneScape website, then print them off. It was a simple top trumps style game. Then in 2013, they did actually release an official top trumps card set featuring 30 monsters, 15 chosen by the JAGEX staff and 15 chosen by players. You can still buy these. 14. Along with the card games, JAGEX released a whole other gaming website. The browser game project FUNORB.com hosted some rather enjoyable games, including a Worms clone called Arcanist and an isometric tile turn-based strategy game based on RuneScape called Armies of GIELINOR. You'd take control of one of the 3 main gods and lead units around. It was fun until it was shut down in 2018. 15. Everyone hates bots, especially bots that are stealing your dragon spaces. But if the bot uses text detection and you type out, "You are horribly burnt by the dragon fire," they'll sometimes unequip their anti-dragon shield because they think they need to equip it. Other times they'll just teleport away. Doesn't always work, but it's definitely worth trying. 16. That browser advert you've been seeing for old school RuneScape, the one with the standard bot character playing on an old PC monitor that says cozy, if you look at the game's screen, you'll see he's not actually using the official JAGEX client. He's using RUNELITE. 17. If you're a big fan of fantasy adventure books, did you know RuneScape actually has 3 full-length novels? The trilogy of books is set several years before the game and follows a story of the White Knights of Falador fighting against werewolves from Mauritania. There's Betrayal at Falador, Return to Canifis, and Legacy of Blood. 18. It's possible for players with 1 defense to equip steel items, despite normally needing 5. If you're wearing the Ava's Accumulator backpack and have it set to find random junk, it has a small chance of placing a steel medium helmet into your inventory. If your inventory is full and you're not wearing a helmet, it will be automatically equipped instead. 19. The spell graphic of IBANS Blast isn't just a surge of magical energy. If you look closely, you'll see it's actually a tiny skull wrapped in flames. 20. RuneScape 2 featured the first fully voice-acted quest, One Piercing Note. It's about nuns in an abbey being hunted down by a hidden killer. It was a great quest, but did you know, if you have an Amazon Alexa, you can play it entirely through voice. You just have to say, "Alexa, enable RuneScape skill," and I gave it a go. Alexa, enable RuneScape skill.
Okay, here's RuneScape quests. One Piercing Note.
21. RuneScape Old School and RuneScape 3 both have an item called the Orb of OCULUS. It allows players free movement of the camera. The item is only given to RuneScape video makers by JAGEX moderators. A fact you might not know, however, is the examine text of both is different. In RuneScape 3, the Orb examine is an Orb of Excellence. This wording is a reference to the video maker EXCL, one of the earliest RuneScape video makers on YouTube. 22. If you set your dwarf multi-cannon up at Christmas, it will fire Christmas puddings instead of cannonballs. Thankfully, they still hit just as hard. 23. Dragon Metal, the red stuff you can equip at level 60, actually has a name, and it's not dragon. The red material is called ORIKALKUM and is based off the mythical Greek metal of the same name, which was likely a certain alloy of brass. 24. Both the hand statues that greet you outside the Grand Exchange are left hands. It's not known what JAGEX has against right-handed people, or why they didn't just mirror one of the pillars before putting it in the game. 25. RuneScape has always started you off on the famous tutorial island. You're shown all the skills you need to know. But in 2008, it was replaced with a quest called Learning the Ropes. This mini-quest was then itself reworked into a full quest called Unstable Foundations, which fully replaced Tutorial Island in 2009. In this short quest, you help the White Knight Savant kill a green dragon. When RuneScape Old School came out, they brought back Tutorial Island. And there we have it, 25 random facts about the world's greatest MMORPG. If I've mentioned something you didn't know, then let me know in the comments below. I'll be making more of these random fact videos and exploring the rich history of RuneScape, both in and out of the game. A big thank you to all my supporters on Patreon. I'm only able to make videos because of your support. If you want, you can chat to me on Twitch, Twitter, or Discord. Links are all in the description below, and as always, have a great day.